Nelson Mandela was a prominent political leader and anti-apartheid activist in South Africa. He was born on July 18, 1918, and passed away on December 5, 2013. Nelson Mandela dedicated his life to fighting against racial segregation and the oppressive system of apartheid in South Africa. He became a symbol of the anti-apartheid movement and played a crucial role in bringing about its downfall. Mandela spent 27 years in prison for his political activities and was released in 1990. After his release, Nelson Mandela worked towards national reconciliation and led negotiations with the South African government to dismantle apartheid. In 1994, he became the first black president of South Africa, serving until 1999. Mandela's presidency focused on promoting democracy, human rights, and equality. Nelson Mandela's leadership and advocacy for justice earned him global recognition. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 for his efforts to dismantle apartheid peacefully and establish a democratic South Africa. Mandela's legacy continues to inspire people around the world in the ongoing struggle for freedom, equality, and human rights. Nelson Mandela made numerous significant contributions throughout his life. Here are some key contributions for which he is widely recognized. Anti-apartheid activism. Mandela dedicated his life to fighting against apartheid, the system of institutionalized racial segregation and discrimination enforced by the South African government. He was actively involved in various anti-apartheid organizations, including the African National Congress (ANC) and its armed wing, Umkhonto we Sizwe (MK). Imprisonment and symbolic resistance. Mandela's unwavering commitment to justice and equality led to his arrest and imprisonment in 1962. He spent a total of 27 years in prison, becoming a symbol of resistance against apartheid. Mandela's imprisonment only strengthened his resolve and elevated him to an international symbol of the anti-apartheid movement. Negotiations and reconciliation. Upon his release from prison in 1990, Mandela played a pivotal role in negotiations with South African President F.W. de Klerk to dismantle apartheid peacefully. Together, they initiated democratic reforms and paved the way for South Africa's transition to democracy. First black president of South Africa. In 1994, South Africa held its first multiracial elections, in which Mandela emerged as the victor. He became the country's first black president, serving from 1994 to 1999. As president, he focused on national reconciliation, promoting racial harmony, and addressing the legacy of apartheid. Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Mandela established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, TRC, in 1995. The TRC aimed to address the human rights violations committed during the apartheid era by allowing victims and perpetrators to give testimony in public hearings. It sought to promote healing and reconciliation in a divided society. Global humanitarian and advocate, Mandela's influence extended far beyond South Africa. He used his international stature to advocate for human rights, social justice, and peace worldwide. He was involved in various global initiatives and campaigns, tackling issues such as HIV/AIDS, poverty, and education. Nobel Peace Prize, Nelson Mandela, along with South African President F.W. de Klerk, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993 for their efforts to peacefully dismantle apartheid and lay the foundation for a democratic South Africa.